The mother and her two children were playing at home when they suddenly heard the father returning. Immediately, they obediently lined up and held out their hands. After confirming everything was in order, the man gave the two children biscuits each. The woman, trembling with fear, began to cry, but the man warned her to remember the rules. That night, the woman finally escaped the cage that had imprisoned her for 13 years. She desperately ran toward the highway, only to be struck by a speeding car and severely injured. As the doctor assessed her injuries, the daughter, who had followed her out, reminded the doctor of her mother's blood type and allergies, explaining that her mother had told her these things. At the hospital,
Ich bin bei dir, Mama.
the doctors and nurses were too busy to care for the child. Having never been in such a place before, the little girl began counting her steps as she walked, perhaps the only way she knew to pass the time. When a nurse approached to check on her, the girl instinctively held out her hands for inspection. Though puzzled, the nurse dismissed it. With the hit-and-run driver still at large, the nurse asked the girl about the accident. To her shock,
Sowieso war es nicht seine Schuld, dass der Unfall passiert ist.
the child insisted the driver wasn't at fault. Mommy often makes mistakes at home, the girl explained. Sometimes she gets dizzy and bumps into the table. When the nurse asked if her mother drank alcohol, the girl replied, she only drinks water. At this point, the nurse merely assumed the child's understanding was flawed until what came next. Realizing the situation was far more serious than she thought,
Sie wollte aus Versehen Papa umbringen.
the nurse immediately alerted the police. An officer ordered his team to re-examine the crash site while he stayed behind for the surgery results. Then, another officer at the station recognized eerie similarities to a 13-year-old missing persons case. He immediately called the missing woman's parents. Do you think she will ever make it home?